So I have to give a pass this weekend. If this is your first time at St. Thomas, so if you're visiting either from another parish or you're just here to check us out, you get a pass today. Feel free to ignore everything I am now about to say. Okay? The rest of you, poor saps. So, for about the past 12, 13 years, I have made an annual trip to a monastery that I like to visit in Oklahoma. And so I went there this past week. So I left after my last Mass here and then came back Friday night. Now I've been going year after year, and this year I arrived, I put my things away in the little cell they give me. And as I was walking around the monastery, I thought to myself, did it get quieter? It seems quieter than I remember. And then I remembered who I am currently living with. I was worried you wouldn't get it. So one thing I've noticed with this monastery is that I come back each year and it's always just a little different. Like, for example, they're building their abbey church, right? Their monastery church. And when I first came to the monastery, all they had was the basement, right? So the floor of the church was the roof. And then a few years later, finally they built the roof, and I'm noticing even the tower is getting just a little bit higher each year I go. And what to me makes it even more fun is that in what little I'm able to do, I give them a little bit each month. And so when I see that tower get higher, I get to think, well, I did that, right? There's a little bit of just pride in knowing that I'm a part of that. Yes, here we are, the annual diocesan appeal. Now I better get on script. Make sure I say everything the stewardship committee needs me to say. Okay, so this is an annual appeal, right? Every parish in the diocese takes part in it. And you have a reputation for generosity, so please keep that reputation up. People often ask, what are reliable charities that I can contribute to? This is one. Right? We have 105 parishes in our diocese, so just like many hands make light work, we can all do something very, very big, even though each individual does a little. Right? Our parish target this year is, gotta get it right, $253,524. But again, you've been so generous in the past, and we know that with your help, we'll make our target again this year. Here's when the diocesan appeal becomes a bit of a personal appeal. It is my first year here as your pastor. Could you help me look good in front of my boss? Right? So, extra prayers if you make the pledge. So people often ask, of course, where's the money going? Everywhere, yes. We have our pro-life office, right? We have Latino ministry, formation for our permanent deacons, right? The ministry formation office, a number of you have been a part of that. Help for our retired priests, right? Monsignor Hermes, right? Make sure that he gets to, keep eating, right? The Education Office, which supports our Catholic schools, religious ed programs, the Deaf Apostolate, also, of course, the education of our seminarians, right? We have, our parish has one of the highest number of homegrown seminarians in the diocese. I'm very proud of that, as we should be. People often ask, Father, how much should I give? Well, the official diocesan request is 1% of your annual income. Or, if everyone pledged $350, we could make our goal. So if this was a great year for you, maybe got a new promotion, please consider thanking God to give more. If this was a rough year, we understand. If you're given less than what you can give, we understand. Another rule of thumb, and I don't mean to disagree with her, because I think she would agree with me. This is definitely a woman I would not want to mess with. Saint Teresa of Calcutta, right? When people would ask how much they should give, what her response was, right? She would say, give until it hurts, right? So that'd be one appeal, right? We could say, give until you gotta, maybe not go to the movies this weekend or something like that. I tend to like the opposite. I like to give until it feels good, right? That there is a sense of, yes, this is my diocese, yes, this is my monastery, and darn it, that there's a bit of that tower that I contributed to. So they used to always tell us in the seminary, they would send us on appeal every year trying to beg for donations when I was in seminary in St. Louis. And our rector, he would always say, your job is not to come back with a money bag. He would say, your job is simply to thank them for what they do. So ultimately, for all that you have given and are giving and will give, thank you so much.